Thank you, Jason. I'm joined here in the commentary box by Stephen Istead. The look on your face, Stephen, is one of bitter disappointment. Disappointed because of the result, but speaking to the manager, he says it's a performance you can be proud of.
Yeah, it really is disappointing to come away, and you've got all the lads giving 100%. I think you can see that. A couple of maybe individual errors are just a bit sloppy for the goals. It's just really disappointing. I know the season's gone for us, but no one goes out there and just tosses it off. I think we'll go out there and try our best. You know what I mean?
We'll come on to the team performance and the team result in a minute, but I want to talk about you first of all, Stephen, because you're playing out of position today. That's fair to say to, and everyone who was here knows that you were playing out of position. How do you feel you went first of all?
I enjoyed it, I'll be honest with you. It was an unfamiliar position, but you know, you can just give 100%. I always think I do that. I think I kept it simple. I just enjoyed getting on the ball, and I think I did what I could defensively. Do you know, when they were lofting the ball to the big 6'1" lad, I knew I could just challenge with them, but that's all I could do, and I think Scott covered well, and we did the best we could with that position.
There's times today where you were stretched and you had to scramble, but from where I was sat, you scrambled well, and at times a little bit of a terrier in around those 6'1" giants, because just for those listeners at home, you're only about 5'8".
7, I'd say 7.
I was giving you 8, but 5'7".
That's for the women, 8. I'll say that to the women.
Going back to the question though, in terms of, you know, you were stretched, but you did scramble well today, didn't you, as a collective back four?
Yeah, it was a makeshift back four. Everyone knows that. I think with obviously Jonah just coming back, me and Burge out of position, I think we held it together really well, and it wasn't pretty at times, but we covered each other and we had each other's backs, and sometimes it's got to be ugly, especially in away trips like Oxford, a big club, team doing well. It's got to be ugly sometimes, and you know, maybe on another day it might turn out a different way.
What about up front today for your side? Okay, you were at one end of the pitch, you had a view of what was happening up at the other end, but there were opportunities for your side today, weren't there? Yeah,
we had a couple of opportunities. To be fair to the lads up there, I think they were a little bit disappointed in themselves, but early doors, I think Oxford set out a good shape, they were strong, and we couldn't really play out from the back. Their three were stopping the playing out, so we didn't get much service up there. But I think the gaffer said in recent weeks we've got to be a bit more ruthless at times, and they'll all be disappointed. You know, Jake's a good mate of mine, he's absolutely distraught there. He just loves scoring goals, and it's not from not trying to score goals, but I think just sometimes it just doesn't drop in the right place or something like that, and it'll come. I think we've got to work at it, but it will come.
If we wanted to put a stat between the two sides today about, you know, why Oxford United are in a playoff spot and why Mansfield Town aren't, would the one that I'm going to give you now about not putting back-to-back wins together for 6 months be the difference between why Mansfield Town are not in a playoff position, do you think?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think consistency is a massive part of it. I remember early in this season when people were coming to the field, I don't think we ever looked in trouble. I always felt comfortable that we're going to win away, and you pick up wins and draws away from home, and that's when we're up there. I think for whatever reason it is, you know what I mean, I don't know what the reason is altogether, but I think we'll stop winning game after game, maybe even little 3-win spells, then draw, then we'll stop winning, and I think you're right, yeah. I think when you're winning games each week, your confidence grows, and it's hard to break you down. Obviously when the couple of defeats come, it's hard to pick you back up.
Kidderminster now, final home game of the season. It's about bowing out on a high, isn't it not?
Yeah, I think that one's about the fans. I think recently the fans have been a little bit upset and disappointed. We were getting beat at home, etc. But I think we've got to go out there, do it for ourselves first, because we know we're a good team, show team spirit, and then do it for all the fans who come week in, week out.
Thoughts, Rob? Bitterly disappointed?
Yeah, definitely. Disappointing result at the end, because for an hour we more than matched them. I felt we were good, we were solid, we had a good shape and a good base, and I think a bit of indiscipline has cost us. We went a bit gung-ho. You know, and when you come to places like this in this league, a point is always a great result. So, you know, we should have been happy with what we had and protected it a bit more, and maybe going away with a 0-0.
A lot of plaudits have gone to the makeshift back four that we put together today. Obviously a lot of injuries in there, but in terms of the performance up front for Mansfield Town, how do you think you went up front along with Jake Spate and the others who came on?
It was okay. We had a plan. We crowded out the midfield, and we set up to play on a counter attack. So when that happens, you're relying on your support to get you quickly. You know, we carved open a couple of half chances, but you know, not quite enough to win the game. But like I say, when that is the situation, you've got to sit in and make sure we're hell bent and getting a 0-0 at worst.
In terms of your performance today, your first start in a while since injury and other things, how pleasing was it to be given that starting shirt again today?
Yeah, I was pleased. I never like to be left out of the team, and I don't want to be left out of the team. I want to be starting every week. So you can see by the reception that I got here today, it's a little bit of not a point to prove, but you always want to do well against your own club. So I felt I'd done okay. I've done a bit better maybe, but
Oxford United, one of your former clubs, you talked about it there. The Oxford fans here today, they were quite eager to get on your back, weren't they? It was a real case of standing up would be counted at times because they were very vocal, weren't they?
Yeah, of course, they're always like that, and it's great for them when it's going from, but it's just as harmful from when they're not having the rub of the green. They're quick to get on the players' backs, and that's a hindrance sometimes. So they were loud and supportive, but they're a big club, they always are.
Talking about rub of the green, okay, if we look at the second half of this season, and you've maybe not had the rub of the green in front of goal, and Mansfield Town haven't had the rub of the green in terms of results. It's been frustrating both personally and as a collective for you, I imagine, Rob.
Yeah, it's been disappointing because obviously in pre-season we set out with a goal, and we haven't quite been able to reach it. We were there for so long, and like I just said, we fell by the wayside and didn't quite have the consistency in the second half of the season.
Looking at results today, you can only finish ninth now in the league. What, in terms of what you think, failure or success then?
If anyone says that's a successful season, then they kidding themselves. Success would have been playoffs at the least. So we're a team still work in progress. It's our first season as a squad together, and we'll go away in the summer, we'll come back, work hard in pre-season, and I'm sure with a few extra additions we'll find the levels that we need to be in the top 5.
I've asked David Holsworth this question when he spoke to us earlier about how far he thinks you are away from a side like Oxford United. They're almost a benchmark for sides who are wanted to be in the playoffs. How far do you think you are away from one of your former clubs with Mansfield Town?
Not far. Cut out individual errors, up concentration levels slightly. And I think we'll be right up there. Toughen up a bit in defence. I think we've conceded too many goals, but that's a team that comes as a team as well, and a few more clean sheets along the way, and I think we would have been right up in the mix.
Stephen Istead speaking to us has said that in terms of next week's game against Kidderminster, it's about the fans, it's about sending the fans away on a high for the summer. It's about the players also going away on a high. It's an important game, isn't it, Rob?
Yeah, of course. We'll go into it like every other game. We want to win, and the gaffer will never any other way. So that's the way we are. We want to win. We want a good performance with it, and like you say, send the fans away, hopefully with a bit of positivity and optimism for next season.
Some Field Mill fans, and I use this word some, have been critical of your performances in the second half of the season. Personally, Rob, would want to send those fans away, and no doubt is in their mind about your credentials for next season, would you?
You can have that anyway wherever you go. So they're entitled to their opinion, and I don't think no matter what some people do will ever change that. So as long as your teammates are pleased with what you contributed and the gaffer and yourself, you can't worry too much about other people.
A very disappointed Rob Duffy joining us here tonight, but Rob, thank you.
Thank you.